Well, I still haven't given birth to any child yet. It's unusual being on this stage for any other purpose other than introducing the rock and roll legend Chuck Berry, which I've done over 160 times here. It's the first time being up here without doing that. I don't have any brilliant story to say, but I love the theme Transit Love. And I am a firm believer in transit and good planning, no suburban sprawl and all that, and I think we could all be better off with wise planning. So, a lot of that might have come from growing up. I grew up most of the time in Clayton behind Merrimack School, where the trolley line had a spur, a dead-end spur, and it would come up and stop and let people off and go back down central to Clayton and to the Loop and back downtown St. Louis. And when I was a little kid, trolleys were really safe. I mean, parents would let you take them anywhere. They'd let you take them to a movie, you know, down at Grand Avenue or the Varsity or Tivoli or the Pageant movie theater before it was the Pageant Concert Nightclub, 3 blocks separate here. And but when pre-grade school, before I went to school, my mother would let me leave early in the morning and meet this friend of hers that would take the trolley to come visit. And I'd walk up there and meet her. It was pretty neat to walk back with her and just talk and just see that trolley coming across the tracks where Forest Park Parkway is now, before it hits I-170. And then the first act of rebellion as a kid was to take a Lincoln penny and put it on the tracks and then just watch, terrified you're going to get caught by something that innocent. But, you know, the trolley comes in and smashes it, just rolls it out. And Lincoln's head was pretty vertical anyway, but it became real vertical after that. The trolley, the steel wheels went over it. But that, in modern times, right now, there's a big effort to bring a trolley back to St. Louis, and a 2.2 mile route from City Hall in U City, east on Delmar to DeBolivar, south on DeBolivar, inside Forest Park to Circle of Missouri History Museum and back. And if everything goes well over the next 10 or 20 years, even through the park to cut down on congestion and fumes for the animals and people, and then out maybe to the Botanical Garden, down to connect with BJC, Central West End, and Grand Center and all that, and bring it back. St. Louis used to have a wonderful spiderweb track system where you didn't need automobiles. You didn't have to pay $5 gas. What's crazy in our country right now, in this area, is if you live in the suburbs, you're paying 24% of your income on transportation. And if you live in a walkable, livable community, 12%. And back in our grandparents' and great-grandparents' time, 5%. So I think it's kind of a forward-looking thing to bring it back. And I won't go into the whole pros and cons of everything, but it's pretty exciting that it's going to happen in the next year and a half here in St. Louis. And I think one of the main motivators for me was I like parties a lot. My nickname in high school used to be Party Joe. I was the one that always had the liquor in the trunk and everything, and always had ice, you know, beer down and stuff 7 days a week. And a bunch of friends of mine rented an apartment senior year in high school. We split the rent, $150 here in Central West End, and it was a great party place until the police finally came and parents came. But anyway, that's a whole different story. So my goal and motivation, I think, is to finally be able to rent a trolley car and have a private party and tip back a few, maybe watch someone give birth on the trolley and have a great time. Thank you all for coming to Blueberry Hill, and thanks for this wonderful transit, and looking forward to some sort of escapade about transit love someday.